Cause you know that it's
Man, talk about
USA.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat out the jump? The low is denied. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Taking stock. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Well, listen.
Japan.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Gets a chance at that jump. You can open up chances to do big damage by fading something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. What takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive use. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Juri kick for a mix-up. Creates an opening with the low heavy. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Cuts in with the driving. Springs forward with the drive rush. A super art. Looking for a chance. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishments.
China.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Low heavy. Just out of range for that throw. Player 1 chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Punish counter. This could lead KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Very slick with the combo. Big throw. A quick breather. Jumps in. Still slugging it out at this range. Knockout and this is KO. That's what happens when you
USA.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Got it. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Starts with a jump in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. KO. Player 1 takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The jump in is denied. Goes to the overdrive. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. How will this impact things? Took him to the corner and a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Side switch! A quick breather, brushes that off and keeps going. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Adds a bit of OD spike. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Player 1 brings it home.
Mexico.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Shows the overhead. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Close him. What's next? Taking stock. Well-timed corner swing. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Takes a big get-so. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate tomahawk buster. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Medium kick. Going in. Medium kick hits. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still solid anti-air. The Dragon Last Flame get in there. That's what happens when you cap.
Russia.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Gotta do round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Starts off zoning with fireballs. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Jump in finds the mark. The low kick is blocked. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. The jump in is denied. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 chases them down. Checks them with the projectile. Oh, Top picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They're being absolutely going on the offensive. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the... They can't squander this punish counter chance. A quick breather. This may be it. Barely blocks the jump in. Flashes him. Jumps in. Both fighters planning in there. Well, listen, when you're locked in...
USA.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage on them. Takes the chance to hurt him. Knockdown. Goes for the super art? Juri kick for a mix-up. Scrapping it out up close. Santa Shuriken bomb to panic them. Both fighters are just about done. Big meter gap here that may be a factor. Player 2 will have in there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps. Just out of range for that throw. Connects with medium kick. Risky hits him with a stop and pop. Juri kick for a mix-up. Both fighters planning to pick the good spot to use the super. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beats. Watching each other carefully. But blast anti-air. They must have a game plan. Low heavy. Noticeable low. Get out of there with the overdrive Bushin Senpu. Both low heavy, but no go. Blocks the low kick. Up tap to close it. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player 1 can't sets up with the jump in. Bushin beats assaults them from the air. The super comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beats. Can they make them? Nothing stops this train. Both fighters are down to half life. Looking for a hole. Juri overhead. Next it's low heavy, but no go. Medium kick. Will this super art do anything? Hits him with a Bushin scramble. 9 to 5 more damage incoming. Target combo into. What are they gonna do? This is a go out hit. It is over. Player 2 is
9.
We're not done.
Got it. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Taking stock. Life lead KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Combo with the target combo. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Big throws. Player 2 can build off this lead. Time to sit on the lead. Looking for a chance. Going in. Medium. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Charges forward. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation. The low kick hits. Finds the target. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to brush that off and keeps going. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Throws them. Big throws. Whoa! Critical art now. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Sit down and shut up. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
China.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Shows the overhead. Starts off zoning with fireball. Combo with the target combo. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Big counter. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how the perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that they can't squander this punish counter chance? Fires off a nice big poke. Pokes with a medium kick. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Going in, player 2 will look to apply pressure here, scrapping it out up close. What'll happen here? Not much life left, but their draw use big time whip. Going on the offensive? What now? Just goes for it at this range. Excellent read. This can lead to some big damage. Okay, here we go. What are they gonna do? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Who's gonna take it? Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. Player 1.
United Kingdom.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Shows the overhead. They trade hits. And now, The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Closes the gap for the grab. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive move, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly.
Round 2.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That's a counter. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 is dominating this match. Going in. Looking for a chance. Side switch in the corner. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive move. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Manages to block the jump-in attack. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Oh, the throw connects.
Here we go.
Looking for a hole. Feng Shui engine activation. They want to end this quick. What were they thinking? Connects with the throw. The drive impact doesn't work. Here comes a big combo. Closes it out. Player 1 was an absolute...
Japan.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Big counter. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 1 chases them down. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake.
Fight.
Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. They break things off to take a quick breather. Out of range, relatively safe. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. That's a counter. Goes for the level 1 super. Going in, player 2 drops them to half, closing the gap. Big gauge lead here. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Both sides getting ready. Flatlines them. Player 1 brings...
Jamaica.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Low kicks are a no-go.
Oh, yeah.
Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. The super armor does its job. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Experiencing burnout. Jumps up. Player 1 has completely... just goes for it at this range. Each hit is KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump. Brushes that off and keeps going. Juri kicks for a mix-up. Blocks it, charges forward. The quarter makes it hard to escape. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 1, it's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Uses the target combo as a filler. Still slugging it out at this range. KO! That was a clinic on how...
Nice shot. Well...
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Denies the attack and throws him down. Steps in for the throw. The low heavy hits. The throw hits, and now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 chases them down. Oh, easy tag. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Gets a crucial back throw in. Checks him with a projectile. Life lead opens up. From up above, knocked down. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Sneaks in above. Going in. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Takes them and goes in for the hug. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. A super art? The super doesn't hit. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Close range projectile. Player 1 overhead attack. Great crowns him from above.
Or nothing!
Only a little bit of drive and life left. Sets up flatlines on him. Player 2, get
9.
We're not done.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Jump in finds the mark. Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Please hold your breath.
What have we here?
Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances.
Not so bad!
In a dire situation, they can't have picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Get backed into the corner with pressure building. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side step. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Uses the target combo as a filler. Connects with the throw. Knockdown and they're going for the super art. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is. They knew it'd be enough.
We'll finish this.
Player 1 brings it home.
But thanks for playing. Congratulations!